Virginia Wrestling entered the season with goals firmly set on taking the next step, and with good reason. 25 letter winners, including All-American Nick Sulzer and fellow ACC champions Blaze Butler and George DiCamillo, returned to face an ambitious schedule and the weight of lofty expectations. Early returns were positive, as the Cavaliers rose to a program best at number 9 national ranking, and they looked like the team to beat in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Then a string of mixed results and injuries challenged the Cavalier resolve.
We lost a bunch of duels. We haven't lost that many dual meets in a long time since I've been here. It was bad. I think we were 2-3 in conference, Danny. I stopped counting after a while. It got ugly. We had a lot of peace going into the tournament, though, and that's sincere. The schedule that we had was the best we could possibly put together. Everything we did with our training calendar with Coach Gavin in charge of it was phenomenal. Everything we did in terms of our investment in these guys as people, I feel like we couldn't have done anything different as a staff, so we felt really at peace. But as far as the numbers, I try not to do that so I don't lose my mind. We kept telling these guys over and over and over again, guys, don't sweat the record. Don't worry about what's going on right now. It's all a means to an end. This is the strategy to get us ready for NCAAs and put us in the best possible scenario that we've ever been in going into the postseason. And the fruit of that was shown yesterday. It really paid off.
Rival Pitt hosted the ACC tournament with two-time conference champion Virginia Tech a heavy favorite, but the fourth-seeded Cavaliers arrived in the Steel City, intent on proving the detractors wrong.
His Cavs peaking at the right time, surprising some folks.
I tell you what, Steve Garland has gotten the guys ready at the right time. A lot of injuries that they went through, but they're ready to wrestle. They've been performing, and just like the other top seeds on other teams, the top seeds have gotten their bonus points and pinning. So it's been pretty exciting. Looking forward to the finals to be some good wrestling.
UVA placed all 10 wrestlers in the top 4, with 6 Cavaliers making the championship finals. Highlighting the team performance were repeat individual champions Nick Sulzer at 165 pounds and George DiCamillo at 133. The duo helped put Virginia over the top, staying true to the process and refusing to let past setbacks define the 2015 season.
We had all 10 guys contribute. All 10 guys were scoring points. That is so hard to do in our sport, and particularly in the ACC, because one bout, you're out. You have one bad match, you're gone. The night before the tournament when we had our logistics meeting, I just talked to these guys about, now's your opportunity, guys, to seize this moment, because we are drastic underdogs, so there's no pressure. You guys can go in here and be completely freed up to wrestle. And it's amazing what an athlete can do when their back's against the wall. Some of these guys, I just told them point blank, your season may be over if you don't wrestle out of your mind. That kind of stuff is that's when that moment really, you find out if a kid's going to seize that moment or let it slip by. And that's one of the reasons why we won.
Just being second seed kind of lit a little fire under me. I know Coach kind of pulled me aside and talked to me a little bit about that. So that was all the motivation I really needed. For me, it was more about just wrestling to the best of my ability. Not really getting like revenge or anything like that, but competing to the level that I'm capable of.
In the long run, I knew I was going to be able to come back. At first, it was a pretty scary process for me, being the first time I had an invasive surgery like that. So I knew there was always that doubt and that question whether I'd be able to wrestle again or not. But staying faithful to the process and the rehab process, and with the support system I had, I knew in the end that I'd eventually be able to come back.
The NCAA championships remain for at least 7 Virginia wrestlers. The 2015 ACC title represents not just a reward for hard work, but also an important step for the program, proof in the Cavalier process.
I've never had a feeling so great than to win the ACC team title. Seeing the smile on Coach Garland's face and all the hard work that I know he puts in that no one else in the country sees. You kind of embrace that as a team, and you take that role upon yourself to resemble his mentality and his competitiveness and hard work. So for him to win that, and obviously for the team, it means the world to me.